Guys, welcome to this week's Z-Log. This week we're going to be talking about children, homeschooling, careers, education, and how to convince your teenager to get on that boat.
What are you going to miss about the house? Wi-Fi?
Not bad.
We had a question from Reginald Duquette on Facebook. He said, help! We're about a year out from starting our own adventure and our 14-year-old boy Jake is battling us. How did you convince your tribe?
The first thing we did is I put him in handcuffs and I put his head in a vise and I said, "You're going, boy."
It's the same way we convince them to do algebra or biology or get their driver's license or whatever. We're the parent and we said, hey, you know, this is something you need to do to become a competent adult. We're tasked with raising our kids to become competent adults, and so it was not really an option for them. So
That's right. We're not a kid-centric family. We don't orbit around our children, helicopter over our children, and protect our children in every form and fashion. We're just not those kind of parents. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those kind of parents, but we're not those kind of parents. We're very anti-parent, probably.
well, and back 2 years ago when we got ready to do this, we were thinking about sailing. We were thinking about moving up to Montana. We have a little cabin up there in the woods, and we gave the kids an option. We said, we're going to move to Montana or we're going to go sailing around the world. And we said, you guys can pick what you want to do. And they said, we're not going to the country. There's no internet out there, so let's sail around the world. Guess what?
There's no internet there either.
Is it exciting sailing or is it scary?
It's boring.
So you have no desire to sail, to travel the world?
Travel the world, yes. Do it by boat, no.
Really?
Grills.
You know the neat thing is that
I don't have a choice.
it doesn't matter what you
It doesn't matter.
So that's a little bit about how we're just not kid-centric. We tell our kids what they're going to do and then we go do it. And when they're 18 years old, they can go do what they want to do, and they can hate their parents all they want after that if they truly hate their parents. But we have great relationships with our kids, and our kids love us, and we have our highs and lows just like every parent does with their kids, but I'm very proud and excited about how our kids are turning out. I have a relationship with this phenomenal that I never had as a kid growing up, and Renee, I know Renee has too. And
leaving the city was tough, and I know that a lot of people that are watching this, you guys are getting ready to go sailing and taking your kids, and you're pulling them out of public schools or private schools, and that's a little different than how we started because we've always homeschooled. So
hey, Mom's homeschooling.
Yeah. All right, awesome.
She's doing times tables.
Okay. All right, Ben, sit down. You can do threes.
You guys ready to go on the boat?
No!
Yes.
What?
Yes.
We're not ready.
You're not ready? Are you scared of going on the boat, Finn?
Yes!
Scared of sinking?
Yes!
Are you excited about diving though, and all that?
There was not that breakaway from what they've always known. Now they did have to say goodbye to friends, and there was a period of transition that was kind of tough. But once we got out on the water, once we met some more kid boats, and they started learning sailing, and we started working as a team, I don't regret any of it at all. I'm a city girl. I loved living in the suburbs and having the comforts and the luxuries of the city, and so it was kind of tough for me. But
nearly bankrupted me.
But when the kids saw that I was on board and we were going to make this change and we were going to live this dream, and it helped to kind of get them motivated. And we still have bad days. We still have days where the kids are like, I miss my friends. There's no kid boats here. I miss this and that, and it's just part of life. You don't always get what you want, and so.
And they'd be saying that if they were at home.
Yeah.
If we're back on land, your kids complain all the time that they're bored, or they don't have this, or they don't have this, or they don't have the latest micro cell phone. Their cell phone's too big, it's too small.
It's too cumbersome.
It's too cumbersome. This is too cumbersome. I need the latest model, Dad. Please help me. So those are some of the issues, we all deal with.
Kate, will you please stop and go away because you're going to hit the camera?
Yeah, go away.
That's why I told you to send her to her room.
Yeah, will you go to your room for a little bit, please?
Yes, go to your room. That way you don't bother us.
That's not your room.
This is part of that good parenting we're talking about, people. If this makes it into the video, I just want to say I'm proud of the parent I've become. I really am. I went to a lot of counseling. Child Protective Services have intervened several times, but they don't call no more. We had to leave the country. Let's talk about careers. We get a lot of questions. Do you think you're doing your children a disservice by not letting them be in public schools or private schools, or be exposed to the society that we all grew up in. And here's my thoughts on that. We're not big academic people. You know, we have a lot of friends who are big on academics, and you know, you got to be the smartest kid in the class. You got to be this. You got to be that. You got to take Latin. You got to take Arabic.
You can't even say it.
I can't even say it. Is how redneck I am. And you know, you got to speak 10 languages and do 5 things at once, and then you're a success in life. And we're just not wired that way. If my kids need to make money, I'll teach them how to make money. I can do that. I made some money for myself, and I can teach my children how to do that. That's not going to be an issue. Now, if they want to be doctors or lawyers or writers and stuff that I'm just not that good at, then they're going to have to go to university and do that. And we teach our children to learn. It's like a university level type education for them, because they're responsible for learning and doing what they want to do. If Anna wants to go be a writer and go to college, she's got to research and do what she needs to do so she can get into college, so she can take the classes she needs now, so she can pass her SATs and do all of that she needs to do to get in college. Our kids are very self-reliant, and that's what we want to teach, is self-reliance in our children. Now, one of the things that stood out to me a long time ago was Steve Jobs had this saying, and I'm paraphrasing so I don't have it right, so a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about, but he said, when I realized I was living somebody else's reality and I changed that, that's when the whole world opened up to him. That's when he realized he could do anything he wanted. Once he realized that he was living somebody else's reality. And that's what we were doing in America. We were living somebody else's reality. We were living someone else's idea of what success should be, what our children's success should be, what clothes we should wear, what purses she should carry, what makeup, hairdo, hairstyles, what movies, what cars, it goes all the way down to what your kids are going to be, how they're indoctrinated in, how they're bent, you know, whether they want to be a lawyer, or whether they want to be an opera singer, or whether they want to be a linguistic, blah, blah, blah. I don't want my children to chase after a bent or a place where they've been pushed by the society and by the social construct that I've raised them in. And I want them to truly dig down deep in their souls and say, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to waste it chasing waves in Australia. I want to be a doctor. I want to save people's lives. But I don't want them saying that because it sounds good on a resume, or it's a sound bite for everybody in the room to say, oh, he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to be a opera singer,
a lawyer,
or she's the district attorney, or you know, those are all things motivated by what other people are going to say about you. At least in my opinion, and these are just our opinions. And that and $5, and you might get a Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yeah. And we don't want our kids to be sailors necessarily. We just chose this avenue of transportation to take us around the world.
Okay. Do you like sailing?
No.
Do you like swimming?
Yes.
Do you like traveling to new places?
No.
No?
What do you think about living on a boat and this whole lifestyle and helping Dad with sales? And
It could be worse. I'm not gonna say I miss my friends very much, because that's what everybody says, and I do miss them very little, but not as much as I thought I would, you know.
So, do you like sailing now? It's been 2 years.
Yes, I love sailing.
You do?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you love about sailing?
I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you're out there and you can, I don't know, it's just that feeling, you know? I don't know.
Free and
Yeah.
Adventure.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Jack thinks he wants to be a sailor too.
Yes, that's what I want to do when I grow up.
So,
Yes, that's
what would you say to other kids, teenagers, boys especially, that don't want to leave their city and their friends and their school and go on an adventure like this?
Any
good advice?
Just embrace the sailing, and then you'll get used to it, and then you'll want to do it. I guess that's what I did.
You just do what your parents
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
Hope for the best.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Thanks, Jack. Like you said before, Anna is very academic. She's interested in going to college and doing something with writing or reading or editing, and so we are focused right now on getting those classes done that she needs to pass the SAT or ACT and to get into college. And that's something that she's always been passionate about, and we are supporting that and we encourage that. But you know, I don't know what Finn and Kate are going to do, but Jack says he wants to sail. He wants to buy a sailboat and
he has a wandering spirit. He wants to go explore the world. I've been reading sailing books like they're going out of style. I've been learning everything I can about sailing. I'm a pilot, commercial, instrument rated helicopter pilot, and airplane pilot, multi-engine rated. So I've flown through lots of storms. I've flown through lots of different things, and surely sailing won't be that difficult. I don't know. We're going to find out. And you know, the other way we're raising our kids, we want our kids to be strong kids. We don't want our kids to be politically correct. Our kids are not going to be you know, they're not politically correct, and if they turn out to be politically correct, that'd be my biggest failure, because I can't stand the political correctness that's going on in the world right now, and saying all the right things, doing all the right things, and so, you know.
And if I recorded everything that went on in our house and what we talked about, it would not be a PG rated channel anymore.
It wouldn't be, and you guys would be, a lot of people would be very offended by looking in, but we joke about every aspect of life.
We make fun of ourselves, we make fun of
everybody,
other people, we make fun of circumstances.
Yeah, life is too, you need to laugh at it.
Real teenagers of.
You just grabbed my boob.
Good.
You just violated my chestal area. Are you carrying a weapon in your chestal area?
No, only in my follow area.
Ben, are you still scared of sailing?
No,
Why not?
because there's nothing to be scared of.
Nothing to be scared of? Sinking or flipping or
No.
drowning? Or
You're not gonna flip and
Yeah.
you're not gonna sink because what's gonna hit the boat?
Yeah.
The chances of sinking.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what they
boat-
said about the Titanic.
Yeah, because
What's gonna hit the boat?
Titanic didn't have navionics and electronic charts and stuff.
That's true.
That is true. Anna, what do you think about sailing now? It's been a couple of years. I mean, I know you don't love sailing, but
I mean, I don't have a passion to continue sailing for the rest of my life like a lot of people do,
yeah,
but it's
Love you.
good to do.
it's kind of neat seeing all these different places.
Yeah.
Are you getting camera shy? Oh, camera shy. Anna hates being on camera.
So we want to raise strong kids, you know, strong, independent. I want my daughters to be strong. I want my sons to be strong. And I want them to love life and grab it by the horns and not be pushed around by what other people think or do. I don't want to raise wussy kids, you know. I know a lot of people are falling off their chairs right now. All you haters are going, man, he's redneck. He's going to do this. Really, the kid's going to be screwed up. Yep, they're already screwed up. Just let me set that out there right now. Call us CPS. Let's get them on the phone. So that's our goal, is to raise some strong, independent kids, and then let them go. See if they come back to us. I doubt they will, but we're going to have a honeymoon when they leave. But that's what we do, you know. We're just teaching our children to learn and to always be learning and to always be chasing after what you want to learn something about.
And we don't know what the results of this lifestyle and how our kids are going to turn out, so we really don't have any good advice, because our kids might turn out to be serial killers. And
they could. We know
murderers.
some kids who are probably going to be serial killers. We're not going to mention them on this video, but y'all write me, I'll tell you who they are. But once again, guys, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the Z-Log. I know we get kind of long-winded here, and we're just putting some stuff together for parents out there. Most of our audience is the 65 to 35-year-old crowd. For some reason, the youngins don't like to watch us. I don't know why that is. I think because they're intimidated by this.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
his hotness
The hotness, the hot guy.
turns. Yeah.
I'm a hot mess. Hot mess. Air conditioner quit working the other day. I was a hot mess.
It's not working right now.
So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We look forward to all your comments. If there's anything you guys want us to talk about or any questions you'd like to ask us, we'd sure look at them. We may not answer them because we may not like the tone in which you ask it. But once again, this is not a democracy. This is a dictatorship here on the Z-Boat. So once again, thanks a lot.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll see you next time on the Z-Logs.
Bye-bye.